wrestler's clothes. Like, I can get that guy's trunks and use them. Like, I can use his legit trunks, or I can use his trunks without his symbol on it. Not very, like, you know, like I can use Daniel Bryan's trunks with or without his symbol on it. I can use CM Punk without his stars on it. Somewhat it's cool, but it's kind of lame when you don't want any of that crap. But also there's like no facial hair. There's like no hair at all. Like, this is the closest hair to me, I guess to me. In my opinion, I tried to make me, basically, if you can tell. And this is the closest I can get when it comes to looks, like by the face. Like an older version of me, like that's the closest I can get. Which I don't think I did too bad, but you know, it's pretty generic. God damn it, stupid grappling crap. Don't like it, it's very boring. But then they also took out like make a arena. They took that out. What else did they take out? Create a championship, like to edit like the titles. In the last game, you could like change the WWE title to blue if you really wanted to, even though it looked pretty ugly and stupid. Holy crap! I can't reverse anything. Oh, I reversed it. I lied. But yeah, they took out a bunch of customization things, which got a bunch of customization people very mad. So it's very hard to make a custom character, but you can customize like John Cena and Daniel Bryan pretty heavily. Like I customized a few of them. Like I customized John Cena's look, Shawn Michaels, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, CM Punk. I did a bunch of customization to some of the like big stars in the game, but like when you create your own dude, it's to a lot of people pretty bad. And in my opinion, for me it's always been bad because I've always had a certain look I like to go for, and they never really have it. Like I always like kind of like a while ago I always liked like big pants, but never really worked because pants look really stupid. And then now I'm like into like wearing shorts as a wrestler, but like these shorts are kind of stupid looking, to be honest. But then they have Brock Lesnar shorts, which is fine, but I don't feel like using them just yet. I'm like having like a story mindset with this. Like all my clothes is like very generic and crappy and poor. And then when I get up to like the higher shows, I'm gonna look all flashy and whatnot and have cool t-shirts instead of coming out with a WWE symbol on my t-shirt. Why did you do this, TK? Why? Oh, 2K. Yeah, they dropped the ball with a lot of stuff, but you know the game's not bad. Like I play like I'm pretty sure you remember this, like Road to WrestleMania and 30 Years of WrestleMania. I hated that. Like that was the most stupidest thing ever. I didn't really like it. The first year was fine in 2009, I think. And they had like Chris Jericho. Or no, I don't think it was Chris Jericho. There was one where they had like someone weird, like Mr. Kennedy or someone like that. I don't remember. But they had one that like the first year was pretty good, and after that it was just bad. It was just really dumb. But then they had Attitude Era mode, which that one was okay, but it was also pretty dumb too. But this year they had the whole 2K showcase where they did the whole like storylines, like famous storylines, like CM Punk versus John Cena and Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. Those were pretty fun. Like I played those and I had a lot of fun with them. Like, they were pretty entertaining. Like, I thought the John Cena and CM Punk one would be terrible, but that one was pretty fun. I really like Triple H and Shawn Michaels a little bit more though, just because I just love the aggression era. Jesus, I can't reverse anything. It was alright in 11, and they had Jericho in 09. Pretty sure, yeah. I remember doing a Jericho one. I think Jericho had like the most Road to WrestleMania. Oh, Yes! Oh, that was my signature, but I don't want to do my finisher right away because he'll totally kick out, I believe. Can I punch him? No, I can't. But what was in 2011? I really didn't like 12. 12 started off pretty cool, and then it like turned into dumb, like crap, like just total crap. Like 12 started off with like John Cena as world champion and about to go out to the arena to face Undertaker, and then like Sheamus comes out of nowhere and just attacks him, and then from there the story just like collapses and just becomes horrible, and you're just like, oh my god, this is horrible. And then like they had Jacob Cast or like something like that, Jacob Cash or Cash, something stupid, I don't remember, but like it was just bad. It was like WCW like beat WWE and they had their own show. This is it. This is where I become champion. Come on, don't screw me over. 1, 2. Oh, I'm the champion. Yes. 3 times a charm. 3 times a charm. Oh my god. Champion. Oh look, I'm crying for a stupid title that doesn't matter. Woo! It's a pretty cool looking title though. I like the look of it. Once I unlock NXT and that title and stuff, I'm going to put that in universe mode and just have that. I love Christians in 11. Edge was in it. Oh, that one was pretty fun. You just won the NXT title. Virtual currency, $3.75. But yeah, that one was pretty fun. They had a bunch of Easter eggs in that one actually. Like you can find a like a toy version of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, like DX. 'Cause DX was like at the time against like a time machine. And then like you can use the time machine and you do something with the time machine. I can't remember, but it was really cool. And then they had like random like what's it called? Caskets or something. But like that was pretty cool though. With Christians, that was probably like the last good storyline. I remember there was a storyline, I think it was in 09, where it's the Streak and your Undertaker, where you're Undertaker versus the Boogeyman, and then like you can lose at WrestleMania. I can't remember who you are. I think you play as the Undertaker. Wow, I have never seen anyone with such meteoric rise as you. Rise? What are you talking about? I've lost for like 4 months. You truly are going to be a do great things in WWE. Did terrible for like 4 months. What are you talking about? Congratulations. That was a great win. Now try to work even harder as the NXT champion. Though something tells me it won't be long until you're overgrown that belt. Austin Young dethrones Adrian Neville as the new NXT champion. With that win, he is quickly becoming the fastest rising star in the WWE. Wrong. Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. This game is stupid. Congratulations on winning the NXT title. You just took a really big step into becoming a legitimate WWE superstar. Stay focused, and I'll be sure better opportunities come along. Which story does Undertaker lose his urn? That's actually, that story that you're talking about is actually part of SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, the last story mode. Wait, no. No, 07 was the last story mode, I think. No, 08 was. But no, in 06. Wait, now I'm confused. In SmackDown vs. Raw 06 or 7, one of those two. I want to say 07. I think in 07. I don't know. One of those two. There's a storyline to where Undertaker's urn gets stolen and he's being controlled, and so is Kane. They're both being controlled, and then like Eddie Guerrero has the urn and he's controlling Kane and Undertaker, and they're like beating you up, and then at one point you do something and you get the urn back. Or no, Undertaker like breaks the thing, breaks the urn, like breaks the spell or whatever, and and then it's like a tag match between Kane, Eddie versus you and Taker, something like that. But yeah, I remember that story, but it wasn't in Road to WrestleMania, I don't think, or maybe it was, and it's just a different one. Well, there's a story in 11 to where you create a dude. You create a dude, or you pick a dude. Like you can pick John Morrison, or you can create your own dude. You can be like Kofi or whatever, and then you face Undertaker, and then you can beat him, but he's like super hard or whatever, something like that. But Randy Orton defeats Daniel Bryan in a TLC match for the WWE Championship. Here's another thing. Oh, I didn't want to press A. Blah blah blah. Can I press? Okay, cool. Here's another thing that I don't think this starts yet. I don't really know when it starts, but hey, yeah, that's pretty looking on my wrist, on my shoulder. But at one point, you also, when you're a champion, you have to defend it every single week. Like, you don't get a storyline that goes out to a pay-per-view. You defend your title in every single match you play. Like, you'll have a choice of title defense, and then you have two other choices that like upgrade like your Twitter followers, or upgrades experience or whatever. And then if you choose one of the other two, you get stripped of your title. Oh yeah, the one with Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I remember that. That story was okay. I really liked the mask though. That mask was really, really cool. It was like a normal Rey Mysterio mask, but like half of it was like burnt and like melting. Really, really cool. Pretty cool look, my opinion. Like, Road to WrestleMania had a bunch of cool things in it. They had some okay storylines, but they never really added on to anything, and they didn't really have that much replay value. But WWE 12 was the worst when it came to Road to WrestleMania. And WWE 13 was just like kind of like boring with Attitude Era. And then WrestleMania, or the other one, 30 Years of WrestleMania, that one was just boring. It was cool with like some of the promos they showed, but like I never beat that because I just got bored of it. It was just bad, in my opinion. Okay. Grapple reversals. I should upgrade this, to be honest. Okay. 21 left. Can I do more of the whole environment? Oh, damn. There's no point to do that because I've never seen like a disqualification match or stuff. So I should do something else. Momentum? Yep, I don't even remember 12. Yeah, 12 was dumb. In 12 they had 3, and they weren't even Road to WrestleMania. Like, Road to WrestleMania was always like after TLC going to the Royal Rumble. In 12, it starts off like the very first one, like it's Sheamus and it's like the villain storyline or whatever. And like you start off at like after TLC and you become like champion, you get all the titles, like you create a faction of like a bunch of other people who aren't like who speak differently. Like you get Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, I think, and then William Regal, like British people, like no one from America, you know, like Europe people. Like you get a bunch of those people, and I'm gonna just do that, I guess. But you get a bunch of, it's like European something or whatever, and you pretty much get like